Welcome to another deep dive into automotive excellence. Today, we're exploring the 2007 Lexus LS, the flagship that redefined what a full-size luxury sedan could be. This was the generation that introduced cutting-edge hybrid technology in a class dominated by European giants, blending serene comfort, advanced engineering, and meticulous craftsmanship like never before. From its hand-finished interior to its revolutionary hybrid powertrain, the fourth-generation LS isn't just a car, it's a statement of precision, luxury, and innovation. In this video, we'll take you through every detail: production and design, body configuration, engines, new features, common issues, and why this car still commands respect today. So buckle up, and let's discover the 2007 Lexus LS XF40 in all its quiet, powerful glory. Production of the fourth-generation Lexus LS, known internally by its chassis code XF40, began in May 2006, marking the introduction of a new chapter in the brand's history. Officially launched as a 2007 model, this car represented far more than an evolutionary step. It was Lexus declaring itself ready to compete head-to-head with the most established European luxury sedans on its own terms. The XF40 generation remained in production for more than a decade, until October 2017, making it one of the longest-lived and most refined platforms Lexus ever developed. A significant facelift appeared in late 2012 for the 2013 model year, bringing with it a sharper, more dynamic exterior design that introduced the brand's new signature spindle grille, modern LED lighting, and a completely reworked interior featuring a larger infotainment system and improved driver assistance technologies. It also introduced the LS460F Sport variant, giving the flagship sedan a more athletic edge without compromising its serene character. Behind this masterpiece stood a team led by Chief Engineer Kenichi Hiai, supported by designers Tokishi Tonobe and Kazunori Tominaga at Toyota's design studios in Japan. Guided by the design philosophy known as Elfiness, they pursued a vision of simplicity, purity, and precision, creating a car that radiated calm authority rather than loud opulence. Every line was carefully sculpted, every surface refined to express the perfect balance between elegance and strength. Built on a completely new platform, the fourth-generation LS grew longer, wider, and more rigid than before, setting new standards for structural refinement. For the first time, Lexus offered two wheelbase versions, the standard LS460 and the extended LS460L, which added extra rear legroom and a limousine-like presence on the road. The body's aerodynamic form was one of its engineering triumphs, achieving a drag coefficient of just 0.26, a figure that very few luxury sedans of the time could match. Yet the real technological milestone came with the arrival of the LS600HL in 2007, the world's first full-size luxury sedan powered by a full hybrid system. Combining a 5-liter V8 gasoline engine with a high-output electric motor and a nickel-metal hydride battery pack, the LS600HL delivered the smooth, effortless power of a V12 while consuming far less fuel and producing fewer emissions. It embodied Lexus' belief that true luxury could coexist with technological responsibility and innovation. All production took place in Japan, the spiritual home of Lexus craftsmanship. The LS460 was assembled at the Tahara plant in Aichi Prefecture, a facility famous for its almost surgical production standards and obsessive attention to detail. Meanwhile, the hybrid LS600HL was built at the Miyota plant in Fukuoka Prefecture, where specialized teams handled the complex hybrid component with extraordinary precision. No other country produced the LS during this generation. Every unit sold worldwide was imported directly from Japan, ensuring a consistent level of quality that became synonymous with the Lexus name. Inside, the LS offered a sanctuary of calm and craftsmanship. The interior was a perfect expression of Japanese artistry, hand-stitched leather, hand-polished wood veneers, and lighting designed to soothe rather than dazzle. Engineers spent countless hours perfecting not just the reduction of noise, but the very texture of sound that entered the cabin. The result was an environment so quiet that even at highway speeds, the ticking of a watch could be heard clearly. In every sense, the 2007 Lexus LS represented the moment when Lexus came of age as a true luxury brand. It no longer followed the European benchmarks, it quietly set its own, blending innovation, serenity, and craftsmanship into one of the most refined automobiles of its era. The fourth-generation Lexus LS was conceived as both a technological flagship and a symbol of timeless proportion. Its body was sculpted around a long, graceful silhouette, with proportions that instantly conveyed stability, balance, and presence. The car's stance was wide and confident, with a long hood, short front overhang, and an elegantly sweeping roofline that flowed seamlessly into the rear deck. Every curve was intentional, every angle designed to manage airflow and convey serenity rather than aggression. In its standard configuration, the LS460 measured just over 5 meters in length, while the extended LS460L stretched even further, adding 12 centimeters of wheelbase to provide a true executive lounge experience in the rear seats. The longer version wasn't simply a stretched model, it was engineered with additional sound insulation, thicker glass, and a subtly retuned suspension to ensure that the rear passengers enjoyed the same level of composure as those in the front. The LS was constructed using a carefully balanced mix of high-strength steel and lightweight aluminum components, a blend that enhanced rigidity without compromising refinement. The doors, hood, and front fenders were made of aluminum to reduce mass, while the chassis itself was heavily reinforced to improve crash safety and body stiffness. The result was a structure that not only absorbed road imperfections but also served as a foundation for the car's near-silent character. Underneath, the LS rode on a multi-link suspension system at both the front and rear, with an optional air suspension that could automatically adjust ride height and damping. This setup delivered an uncanny blend of smoothness and stability, allowing the LS to glide over imperfections while maintaining absolute control at high speeds. The steering was light yet precise, and together with the car's nearly perfect weight distribution, it made the LS feel surprisingly composed for its size. Depending on the version, power was sent to either the rear wheels or, in certain configurations, to all four via a sophisticated all-wheel drive system that balanced torque electronically for maximum grip. The LS600HL came standard with this AWD setup, its hybrid powertrain integrated into a unique continuously variable transmission that blended electric and gasoline power almost imperceptibly. The LS460, on the other hand, introduced Lexus' groundbreaking 8-speed automatic transmission, the first of its kind in a production car, ensuring smooth, seamless shifts and effortless acceleration. Every exterior detail was designed not only to look elegant but also to perform a function. The side mirrors were shaped to minimize turbulence, the door seals were engineered to block wind noise, and even the underbody was carefully paneled for aerodynamic efficiency. Lexus engineers obsessed over minute details, how the air flowed around the headlights, how the wheel arches managed drag, and how the closing sound of the doors would feel to the human ear. The result was a vehicle that didn't just look aerodynamic, it felt aerodynamically perfect in motion. In the cabin, space was abundant and deliberately sculpted to evoke a sense of calm. In the long wheelbase LS460L and LS600HL, the rear compartment could be equipped with features normally reserved for private jets, fully reclining seats with massage functions, a refrigerated compartment, individual entertainment screens, and even an Ottoman-style leg rest on the flagship models. The materials were the best Lexus had ever used, hand-fitted leather, mirror-polished wood trim, and chrome accents applied with surgical precision. Sound insulation reached new heights thanks to the use of multiple acoustic layers in the glass, door seals, and even the wheel wells. The result was an interior so quiet that the faint hum of the hybrid system or the soft click of the analog clock became part of the car's sonic identity. Altogether, the body configuration of the 2007 Lexus LS was a symphony of craftsmanship and engineering discipline. It was built not to dazzle at first glance, but to impress endlessly through experience, smooth, balanced, beautifully proportioned, and utterly serene. The LS didn't shout for attention, it whispered perfection. At the heart of the fourth-generation Lexus LS lay two very different powertrains, each representing a unique side of Lexus engineering philosophy. One was a masterpiece of conventional precision, the other, a daring step into the future of hybrid performance. Together, they defined what quiet power truly meant in the world of luxury automobiles. The standard LS460 was powered by an all-new 4.6-litre V8, internally known as the 1UR or FSE. This aluminum block engine introduced Lexus' advanced E-THA4S dual injection system, combining direct and port fuel injection to maximize efficiency and responsiveness. It produced around 380 horsepower and 500 Nm of torque, numbers that gave the LS both strength and serenity in equal measure. Paired with the world's first 8-speed automatic transmission, the LS460 could glide from 0 to 100 km/h in just 5.7 seconds, a figure that quietly placed it among the quickest luxury sedans of its time. Yet numbers alone didn't define the LS460's personality. Its real charm came from the way power was delivered, silky, effortless, and unhurried. Lexus engineers spent years perfecting the balance of the crankshaft, isolating vibrations, and tuning the exhaust note to create a car that moved with the grace of an electric motor long before such comparisons were common. Even the transmission was programmed not for aggression, but for fluidity, its 8 ratios shifting so seamlessly that passengers barely noticed the transition. For those seeking something truly extraordinary, Lexus offered the LS600HL, the world's first full-size luxury hybrid sedan. Beneath its elegant exterior worked a 5-litre V8, designated 2UR or FSE, paired with a high-output electric motor and a nickel-metal hydride battery pack. Together, they produced a combined 445 horsepower, channeled through a sophisticated electronically controlled continuously variable transmission and permanent all-wheel drive. Despite its substantial weight, the LS600HL could reach 100 km/h in just 6.3 seconds, delivering smooth, near-silent acceleration that rivaled the world's most refined V12 engines. Although the LS600HL produced more total power than the conventional LS460, its acceleration was slightly slower. The reason was the additional weight of nearly 400 kilograms from the hybrid components and all-wheel drive system, coupled with a transmission calibrated for absolute smoothness rather than aggressive launches. Lexus deliberately tuned the hybrid for seamless linear acceleration, avoiding sudden torque spikes, so while the LS460 sprinted to 100 km/h faster, the LS600HL delivered a more effortless and serene driving experience, with instant electric torque making city and low-speed driving exceptionally responsive. Unlike most hybrids of its era, the LS600HL wasn't designed simply to save fuel, it was engineered to redefine what a luxury powertrain could feel like. The electric motor provided instant torque for quiet, graceful takeoff, while the V8 would engage imperceptibly whenever extra power was required. The transition between electric and combustion power was so seamless that even experienced drivers often couldn't tell when the engine had come to life. When the LS received its major facelift in 2012, Lexus engineers revisited both powertrains with subtle but meaningful improvements. The 4.6-litre V8 retained its original displacement and design, but received recalibrated fuel and ignition mapping for smoother throttle response, slightly improved emissions, and reduced internal friction. As a result, its power delivery became even more linear, while refinement reached new heights. The LS600HL also benefited from software upgrades to its hybrid management system, allowing more efficient energy recovery under braking and an even quieter transition between power sources. Though peak output figures remained similar, the updated hybrid drivetrain delivered its performance with even greater smoothness and composure. In both versions, the essence of Lexus engineering remained clear, performance measured not by how loudly it was delivered, but by how perfectly it was executed. The LS moved with the calm authority of a grand piano's final note, precise, resonant, and unforgettable. With these two engines, Lexus didn't just give the LS power, it gave it personality. One spoke of tradition, the other of innovation, but both served the same quiet purpose, to make motion itself feel like an art form. The 2007 Lexus LS arrived not just as a car, but as a statement of technological refinement and human-centered luxury. Inside and out, it was designed to anticipate the desires of its passengers before they were even conscious of them. From the moment the driver approached, the LS exuded quiet sophistication. The keyless entry system recognized the owner instantly, unlocking the doors and welcoming them into a cabin that felt more like a private lounge than a vehicle. Soft closed doors gently drew themselves into place, a subtle reminder that attention to detail extended to every interaction. Inside, the LS showcased a level of craftsmanship rarely seen outside the world of haute couture. Every surface, from the hand-stitched leather to the hand-polished wood veneers, was chosen for both beauty and tactile pleasure. Front seats offered multiple forms of adjustment, heating, and ventilation, while the rear passengers of the long wheelbase LS460L and LS600HL could recline fully, enjoying massage functions and an Ottoman-style leg rest, all while watching personalized screens for entertainment. The Mark Levinson premium audio system transformed the cabin into a private concert hall, delivering sound with crystal clarity and perfect balance, even at low volumes. Safety and driver assistance were equally advanced. The LS was equipped with radar-based adaptive cruise control, a pre-collision system, and lane-keeping assistance, blending cutting-edge technology with the calm, predictable response Lexus customers had come to expect. The headlights were no longer merely functional, they were adaptive units that pivoted with the steering, illuminating corners precisely where they were needed, reducing strain during night driving. Even the climate control system was a marvel, with multi-zone settings and cabin air quality sensors ensuring that the interior environment remained perfectly comfortable at all times. Among these innovations, the 2007 LS introduced one of the most groundbreaking features for full-size luxury sedans at the time, the automatic parking system. Unlike early prototypes or semi-automatic parking aids from other manufacturers, the LS allowed the driver to select a parking space directly on the central touchscreen, after which the car would take over the steering entirely. The driver only needed to manage the accelerator and brake, while the vehicle executed precise maneuvers into the chosen spot. This system combined convenience, precision, and safety, making tight city parking effortless and highlighting Lexus' dedication to intelligent technology that enhances, rather than complicates, the driving experience. The 2012 facelift refined and enhanced these systems further. The infotainment display became larger and more intuitive, offering improved navigation and multimedia integration, while safety systems received updated sensors and processing logic for faster, more precise reactions. LED lighting was added throughout, from the exterior indicators to the interior ambient illumination, emphasizing a more modern, high-tech aesthetic without disturbing the cabin's serene atmosphere. The F-Sport variant introduced subtle exterior and interior accents, but more importantly, it offered an option for adaptive suspension tuning, allowing drivers to experience a slightly sportier feel without sacrificing comfort. Every feature in the LS was designed with the same guiding principle: luxury was not about ostentation, but about making every aspect of driving and riding effortless, precise, and inherently satisfying. From the whisper-quiet hybrid powertrain to the almost imperceptible hum of the climate system, from the way the seats conform to the body to the way the headlights move to guide the road ahead, the LS was a car that cared for its occupants in a way few others dared to. Ultimately, the fourth-generation LS set a new benchmark for what a full-size luxury sedan could be. Its innovations were not mere gadgets, they were expressions of Lexus' commitment to serenity, comfort, and intelligent performance, a philosophy that ensured every journey, whether 10 meters or 1,000 kilometers, was experienced with unparalleled refinement. Even a car as meticulously engineered as the fourth-generation Lexus LS was not entirely immune to challenges, though they were few and often minor compared to its contemporaries. For owners of the LS460, the car generally delivered near-perfect reliability, yet some patterns emerged over time. Early examples occasionally exhibited issues with the air suspension system, especially on models equipped with the optional adaptive air springs. Sensors or compressors could wear prematurely, leading to uneven ride height or a slight sag at one corner. These problems were relatively rare, but they reminded even loyal owners that complex comfort systems required periodic attention. The 8-speed automatic transmission was remarkably robust, yet some owners reported minor hesitations during very low-speed maneuvers or after long periods of inactivity, usually resolved through software updates or fluid replacement. Brake wear was slightly higher on heavier long-wheelbase models, though Lexus had engineered the system with predictable and progressive pedal feel, keeping most concerns to minor maintenance. The LS600HL, with its pioneering hybrid system, presented a slightly different landscape. Its electric motor, power electronics, and battery pack were generally reliable, but as with all early luxury hybrids, long-term maintenance required specialized knowledge. Owners occasionally noted that battery performance could degrade slightly after many years, particularly if the car was primarily used for short trips where full hybrid cycling was limited. Software updates for the hybrid management system, especially after the 2012 facelift, addressed most early quirks, improving efficiency, responsiveness, and smoothness of power delivery. Another consideration for both models was the complexity of electronic systems. With so many advanced features, radar cruise control, pre-collision systems, adaptive headlights, and Mark Levinson audio, small sensors or modules could occasionally malfunction, resulting in warning lights or minor system interruptions. Yet Lexus diagnostic systems allowed for efficient repairs, and the overall incidence was far below that of many German competitors, reinforcing the brand's reputation for reliability. Cosmetic and interior durability issues were rare, though climate extremes could cause occasional minor leather creasing or wood veneer imperfections in the earliest production years. Even so, the LS cabin largely remained timeless in appearance, with most wear limited to driver-side controls or heavily used seating surfaces. In essence, the fourth-generation LS proved that even in a car brimming with cutting-edge technology, reliability need not be sacrificed. The LS460 delivered robust, long-term dependability with only minor suspension or transmission quirks, while the LS600HL demonstrated that a hybrid flagship could maintain Lexus' legendary refinement if serviced correctly. Any issues that did arise were often the natural result of pushing engineering boundaries, a small trade-off for a car that redefined what a full-size luxury sedan could be. The 2007 Lexus LS marked a defining moment in the history of luxury automobiles. It was a car that embodied both the tradition of Japanese craftsmanship and the bold ambition of technological innovation. From its sculpted, aerodynamic silhouette to the serene, hand-finished interior, the LS was designed to offer a driving and riding experience unlike any other. Every detail, whether visible or hidden, spoke of precision, refinement, and the pursuit of quiet perfection. The fourth-generation LS proved that luxury was not measured solely by horsepower, size, or the flashiness of a badge, but by how complete and effortless the experience could be. The LS460 delivered traditional V8 performance with remarkable smoothness, while the LS600HL introduced the world to the first full-size luxury hybrid sedan, blending electric and gasoline power with seamless grace. Even when its additional weight tempered outright acceleration, the hybrid embodied a philosophy of intelligent performance. Power was not about speed, but about the flawless delivery of energy in harmony with comfort. Throughout its production from 2006 to 2017, the LS XF40 remained a benchmark for refinement, safety, and innovation. The 2012 facelift enhanced its capabilities and modernized its technology, yet the essence of serenity and craftsmanship never changed. Every feature, from adaptive suspension to advanced driver assistance systems, from Mark Levinson audio to fully reclining rear seats, reinforced Lexus' commitment to making motion itself a luxurious, calming experience. For the discerning driver or passenger, the LS was more than a car, it was a sanctuary on wheels. Its quiet power, meticulous construction, and attention to detail elevated it beyond mere transportation into the realm of artful engineering. In the story of Lexus, the fourth-generation LS stands as a milestone, a vehicle that dared to challenge conventions, redefined expectations of what a luxury sedan could be, and delivered a level of refinement that remains relevant and admired even today. In the end, the 2007 Lexus LS was not simply a flagship, it was a statement. A declaration that luxury can be measured in silence, composure, and perfection, and that technology, when applied thoughtfully, can enhance rather than intrude upon the experience of driving. It set the standard for its era and left a lasting legacy for those who value sophistication, innovation, and the quiet art of automotive excellence. And there you have it, the 2007 Lexus LS, a car that redefined luxury, innovation, and quiet performance in ways that still resonate today. From its meticulously crafted cabin to its pioneering hybrid powertrain, the LS XF40 showed the world that refinement isn't just about appearances, it's about how every detail, every motion, and every feature comes together to create something extraordinary. What do you think about this iconic flagship? Would you choose the smooth and powerful LS for 60 or the groundbreaking hybrid LS 600 HL for your next luxury ride? Share your thoughts in the comments below, I'd love to hear your opinions. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of Lexus' most impressive creations, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe now for more detailed reviews of classic and modern luxury cars. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any future episodes. Thanks for watching, and remember, true luxury isn't just seen or heard, it's experienced. See you in the next video.